How much progress do you feel like you guys made today, finally being able to go against another team?
I think it was, another great day of practice. We've been meshing together as a team, building the culture and building who we are and our identity on a daily basis. So, getting to do that against somebody else was a lot of fun. Competing against somebody else, doing it all together was definitely a good time. So, big, lot amount of respect for Coach Shanahan and those guys. Coach, obviously the GM, John Lynch, a lot of great people over there. But it was great to get out there and get after them a little bit.
Conception, that's the most complex offense in the league. How tough is it to make that as a defensive player to sort of be reading and reacting to the game?
Yeah, honestly, it's really just your approach has got to be the same. Like, you can't go into it second guessing. You can't be guessing out there. You know what I mean? You got to just read your keys and go. Every time you play somebody, it's every week is going to be different in this league. So you got to be able to have a lot of things in your toolbox that you can pull out at certain times. And when you're playing against a scheme like that, Coach Shanahan definitely makes it difficult, for defenses. So it makes you better. And so you got to go out there and compete at the highest level and, just continue to build your armor.
You guys have rotated Thomas, Jonah, Tank, all those guys up front quite a bit. What have you seen from those guys and how they've stepped up so far?
Yeah, they're fighting every single day to get those reps. And, I got a amount of respect for them. They're competing head on. In practice, everyone's fighting for those reps. And in reality, it's open competition. And, Booker, he's come in and, he's been flying since day one. I freaking enjoy going to war with him. Obviously, Adam Butler, Jonah, all those guys, they're young, they got fresh legs, and it's been fun to start building that chemistry up. It started back in OTAs, and now getting Booker in here, we're working every day trying to get it right. So it's been good.
Something noticeable has been Tyree Wilson working in at times, sometimes on pass rush situations. Can you just talk about how meaningful he can be in those kind of situations and the type of progress he's made from when he's first come in to now?
Yeah, he's getting better and better, and his approach, his work ethic, everything is continued to improve since he's gotten here. So yeah, he's a guy I feel like since day one I've taken under my wing. I've given him some tough love, but I want the best for him, and I want him to be the best version of himself, and that's my duty as a leader. And me and him have gotten real close. I just want him to continue going in that direction. There's going to be adversity, there's going to be ups and downs, but you just got to keep going up, and that's what I feel like he's doing. And the more you can do, the better. So him rushing inside, outside, he's going to have an opportunity to help us for sure.
Saw you chopping it up quite a bit with Trent Williams, and looks like there's just a lot of respect there. And it didn't look like you guys got a chance to go up against each other today, but just talk about the respect between great players.
Yeah, he didn't go in the team, any of the team stuff. So unfortunately, I didn't get to go against him. I was looking forward to it, but he's somebody I respect at the highest level. He's 37 years old. Dude's gonna be a Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? And those are the type of guys that I try to learn as much as I possibly can from. He's got so much knowledge about the game. He's such a good dude, but he's a legitimate competitor, and those are the guys I like to learn from and just be around. And when you're out there, you start talking your shit and you're going back and forth. Those are the guys that make you better. And that's a guy, like I said, got so much respect for. So me and him, we chop it up every time we're around each other. We have great conversations and just have great back and forth because he knows what I want. I know what he's chasing, and I know what he's trying to accomplish. So yeah, man, I respect that dude. I could go on and on about that dude. I respect him so much. Yeah, it's the first preseason game. There's no excuses. It's got to be better. We know that. But, yeah, it's the first time with live bullets. So, yeah, it's a little bit different. You know what I mean? Practice, thudding up and stuff like that is one thing. But going out and really tackling and emphasizing that in practice is impossible. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's definitely something we got to improve on. And we've been focused on it all week. And I feel like it's going to be a lot better moving forward.
What do you say to some of the guys, when you're trying to get the morale up after seeing some of the tackling that happened in the last game?
Yeah, that's a part of the game. You know what I mean? There's always going to be ups and downs, and especially in your first real game in 8-9 months. That's just a part of it. So, yeah, I know it's something people have been talking about, and it is what it is. Everyone's always got something to say. You got to go out there and get better, and that's all we're focused on.
What's the biggest thing you try and take out of these joint practices?
You said what? Sorry.
What's the biggest thing you try and take out of these joint practices?
Honestly, it's just like new looks. Like you're getting a completely different look. Like in camp, you're going against the same guy or same guys every single day in the same scheme for 3-4 weeks straight, and then you get to go against somebody else, and you're like, oh shit, like this is a little bit different. You know what I mean? So it's always good. It's a different challenge, and I feel like it's anything. Like it's every week in the NFL, like you said, you're going against a different scheme and a different coach, and you got a different type of approach when it comes to how I play. Like I know I'm going to get attention and chips and slides, things like that. So I love getting a challenge like that. Like Coach Shanahan, earlier in practice, I felt like kind of let me be alone for a little bit, and I was doing my thing, and then as the practice went on, it made it a little more difficult, and I love that because that's what it's going to be like. I know that's the respect I've earned in this league, and that's a part of the respect factor that goes into it. So yeah, it was a great day though. It was a lot of fun. We got better, and I feel like as the day went on, we got better and better.
Max, what's your earliest memory of encountering Pete Carroll? Like whether it was recently or when you were a kid or just
Yeah, I definitely respected him from afar. Just seeing the energy he brought on the field, you see like true joy with his teams. Like he brings it, of course, but you just see his teams out there playing free and flying around. And then my first personal encounter with him was when he came here on a visit. I was in the building. I was like grabbing a snack after a workout or something, and I seen him walk in. I think it was with a couple of people from the front office and stuff, and I was like, I got to go say what's up to him. That's Pete Carroll. You know what I mean? He was in on the interview, so I went up to him and just introduced myself, and we were just going back and forth, like, literally just like breaking balls, talking shit back to each other. I was talking about his suit. I was like, hey, you might need to get a little bit smaller suit. That one might be outdated. And he's like, he's not the one that's like gonna stand down from that. He came right back at me and was talking shit. And I'm like, yeah, this is my type of guy. You know what I mean? Those are the type of coaches you love, that are not too sensitive, anything like that. Like Coach Carroll is all about that. He's all about the culture and bringing everyone together. And he's like, he feels like he's one of the guys. Like he wants to be out on the field and playing with us. He's wearing gloves in practice. He's flying around, running around. So it's just ultimate respect. Pete has been so cool since he's been here, and he's a culture setter. He's a tone setter, and he's helped me in so many ways, just as a player and as a leader.
Coach Shanahan just said that Brock Purdy is expected to play on Saturday. Same thing with some of the starters. Does that elevate the motivation to be like, hey, we're going against ones that put some good stuff out there?
Yeah, I don't even know what my status is on a personal level. I don't know what we're doing. But yeah, like it's preseason, it's different. It's hard to explain. Like you get one drive and then you got to sit there, like you're getting warmed up and then you sit the rest of the game. So I have my fair share of opinions about it, but it is what it is. It's part of the game, and anytime I get to go on the field and compete against the best, like that's all that matters. So whether it's a drive or a couple drives, I'm not sure. I'll be ready. But yeah, it's cool going against, you want to go out there and go against the ones and play against the best dudes.
Last time you talked to us, you talked about your high school battles with Jamal Adams, but now
Yeah.
It's been a few weeks and he's been with the team. Can you evaluate his transition to linebacker and what he adds to that room so far, just with what you've seen?
Yeah, honestly, just like his energy is definitely contagious. But it's crazy the fact that he's just transitioned to linebacker. It looks natural to him. He's just a natural football player. Like anywhere you put him on the field, I feel like he's gonna help your defense. So yeah, he's a guy I got so much respect for, and every day he brings the same juice, and that's all you can ask for. You know what I mean? He's definitely motivated. He's inspired. He inspires others, and he's a guy you want on the field with you.
Talk about a lot of guys who are rotating in on that D line with you guys. Young guy Tonka has kind of got mixed in here and there. What has he shown you recently?
Yeah, Tonka I'm probably one of the highest dudes about Tonka. Like every time I talk about him, I got none good things to say because he's super quiet, but he's starting to finally like break out of his shell a little bit. But his play speaks for itself. I mean, he's getting better and better every day. He's twitchy, he's strong, he's got moves, he uses his moves in team and in one-on-ones and things like that, and he just continues to get better. So I think Tonka is going to be a guy he's going to be in the rotation, is going to help us a lot.
You went from empty stands in Costa Mesa last year to now fans packing them here in Las Vegas. How much of a difference does that make for you guys, having the motivation from Raider Nation day in and day out, making noise for big plays?
Yeah, I love it. You know what I mean? The fans are what makes this sport so special. You know what I mean? Without them, it wouldn't be anything. And people dedicate their whole lives being fans. You know what I mean? There's some people out here in Vegas that got their whole driveway and freaking the the walls on the side of their house, like murals of myself, and somebody's sending it to me, and it's like, you don't realize the impact you make, sometimes, and, just seeing stuff like that is like, it inspires you to even go harder, you know what I mean? Because people are really spending their hard-earned money on jerseys and tickets and showing up on a daily basis, showing up on I don't even know what day it is. What day is it? Thursday, yeah. Thursday, coming here on a weekday, showing up and showing out bright and early, standing out here for hours cheering us on. You can't have nothing but love and respect for those fans that come out. And it's not just out in Vegas. Obviously, our Vegas fan base has continuously been growing, but all the way in Oakland, LA, that's Oakland, the Raider fans are literally all over the world, and got so much love for them.
All right, thanks, Max.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
All right, questions for Jakobi?
Gino looked pretty efficient today. Is that kind of your read on it?
Yeah, I would say so. Most days I feel like Gino looked pretty efficient. It's a blessing to be playing with him. Just watching him do his work, we trying to match his efficiency for real.
How do you feel the growth has been in the chemistry, communication between you, Gino, and also some of the other wide receivers?
Yeah, I feel like slow and steady would be the best way to push it. Like, we kind of need those mistakes to happen now. We need the good things to happen now so we can kind of remember them, lock them in, and execute it when that time comes. So.
Looked like a couple of times he was a little hard on himself down, and Gino went over and tapped him up, and then he had a couple of touchdowns.
Yeah.
What was your viewpoint of that interaction and what Gino's done in that regard?
I mean, I understand it. I feel like I understand why Trey would be hard on himself. He's one of the best ones we got, honestly. I think he's a great player, and he know he could be great. So when he doesn't kind of live up to that, sometimes he's tough on himself. But Gino got his back. We got his back. We know what he's going to do for us, and we know what Gino going to do for us. So I'm just happy to see them boys working it out, figuring it out. Mm-hmm.
What's your general takeaway how it went today? Just for the whole offense.
I missed it. What was it?
For the whole offense, what's your general takeaway how it went today?
It was some good. It was some bad. I feel like we finished strong. Like, regardless of what happened, we all kind of came out here with a mentality to finish through the day, and I think we did that pretty well. So.
We've been through several different coordinators now.
Yeah.
A couple different wide receiver coaches here. Just in terms of like growth, learning all of what Chip Kelly has to make with this offense, like how has that curve been for you since you've been here with the Raiders?
I mean, anytime it's changed, I feel like it's a little uncomfortable, but I mean, I've been trying to embrace it with open arms, different terminology, different strategy, but it's been cool to just learn more football, so I've been enjoying it.
A couple of young guys in here, like Johnson, you see the next topic a lot.
Yeah.
What do they bring to the wide receiver?
I mean, young but definitely mature guys. Those are two guys who really know the game of football, understand how it works, and they tough too, quietly tough, so I think they perfect for the room as far as just the mentality we want to have on the field.
I mean, Gino's just 34, which is pretty young for a quarterback. He seems basically on we see here. I mean, he could be here a good while. Quarterback. How much would you like to be a part of his time here with the Raiders?
As much as they want me here. You know what I mean? That's really all I can say about that one. So.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.